Have you ever dreamed of writing a best-selling book? This is a dream that dances in the minds of many of us. But before we dive in, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Now stay tuned for the greatest financial life hack on how to write a best-selling book. Enjoy. The allure of creating an entire world, a compelling narrative, a gripping mystery, or a transformative self-help guide, all with the power of words, is indeed captivating. The allure of seeing your name imprinted on a glossy cover, of having your thoughts and ideas reaching out to thousands, even millions of readers worldwide, is a tantalizing prospect. However, the journey to writing a bestseller is not as straightforward as it may seem. It's not about merely putting pen to paper or fingers to keyboard. It's not about writing a certain number of words each day or about following a strict template. It's about more than just having a great idea. There's a common misconception that writing a bestseller is purely a game of chance. That it's about striking gold with the right idea at the right time. While timing and luck can play a part, they aren't the be-all and end-all. Writing a bestseller is a process, a journey of discovery, and a test of resilience. It requires a blend of discipline and a deep understanding of your audience. Another myth that surrounds bestsellers is the notion that you must have a unique, never-before-seen idea. While originality is important, it's not the sole ingredient in the recipe for a bestseller. Some of the most successful books are spins on familiar themes told from a fresh perspective or with a unique voice. So, as we embark on this journey together, let's cast aside these misconceptions. Let's understand that writing a bestseller isn't about overnight success or a single lightning bolt of inspiration. It's about the consistent effort, the honing of your craft, the understanding of your readers, and the willingness to revise, rework, and reimagine. Now, let's dissect what it takes to write that bestseller you've been dreaming about. Every bestseller starts with a brilliant idea. The heart of every extraordinary book is a unique and compelling idea, a spark that ignites the flame of your story. It's the seed from which the tree of your narrative grows, branching out into captivating plots and characters. A brilliant idea is the cornerstone of a bestseller. So, how do you generate a book idea that resonates with readers? It begins with curiosity. Curiosity about the world, about people, about emotions and experiences. Look around you. Draw inspiration from your surroundings, from the people you meet, from the stories you hear. Let your imagination wander. What if scenarios are a great starting point? What if your neighbor was an alien? What if you woke up one day in a completely different world? Once you have a potential idea, it's time to refine it. An idea, like a diamond, is raw and unformed at first. It needs to be cut and polished to reveal its true brilliance. Ask yourself questions about your idea. What's the main conflict? Who are the characters? What's their motivation? What's at stake? The more you flesh out your idea, the clearer your story becomes. It's also crucial to read widely and diversely. The more you read, the more you understand what works and what doesn't in a story. It helps you to see different perspectives and narrative styles that can inspire your own writing. Brainstorming sessions can be incredibly beneficial. Spend time each day jotting down any and every idea that comes to mind. Don't judge or critique these ideas in the moment. Let them flow freely. You never know when one of these ideas might evolve into your next bestseller. Remember, it's okay to have multiple ideas. Not all of them will work out, and that's perfectly fine. The key is to keep generating and refining ideas until you find the one that sticks, the one that keeps you up at night, the one that you can't wait to explore and bring to life on the page. With a brilliant idea in place, it's time to move on to the next step. A bestseller requires a solid blueprint. Just as a builder wouldn't start construction without a comprehensive plan, an author shouldn't dive into writing without a detailed outline. It's the backbone of your book, the roadmap that guides your pen. It allows you to plot your course and navigate the expansive landscape of your imagination, ensuring that you stay focused and consistent. Creating an effective outline is no small feat, but breaking it down into manageable steps can make it less daunting. First, start with the basics. Identify the beginning, middle, and end of your story. This is the skeleton of your outline, the bare bones upon which you'll flesh out your narrative. Next, delve into your characters. Understand their motivations, their relationships, their flaws, and their strengths. Your characters are the heart of your story, and understanding them deeply will allow you to weave a narrative that feels authentic and resonates with your readers. Then, outline each chapter. Describe the key events, the emotional highs and lows, the conflicts and resolutions. This is where you start to give your story shape, filling in the details that will keep your readers turning the pages. Remember, your outline isn't set in stone. It's a living, breathing entity that will evolve as you write. It's not uncommon to find that your characters have a will of their own, leading you down paths you hadn't initially planned. Embrace these surprises. They're a testament to your creativity and the depth of your characters, but also remember the importance of balance. While it's important to let your story unfold naturally, straying too far from your outline can lead to inconsistencies and plot holes. Your outline is there to keep you on track, to ensure that every twist and turn ultimately leads to a satisfying conclusion. In the end, an outline is more than just a tool for planning, it's a testament to your commitment as an author, a promise to your readers that you've taken the time to craft a story worth their time. An outline is your roadmap. It guides you through the writing process. Writing a book is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a journey that requires consistent effort, focus, and above all, patience. As an aspiring author, you've likely heard this before. But what does it mean in practical terms? Well, let's break it down. When you're running a marathon, you don't start at full speed, right? You pace yourself, you conserve your energy, and you keep your eyes on the finish line. Writing a book is very similar. It's about setting a steady pace for yourself and sticking to it, day in and day out. This is where discipline comes into play. Writing isn't always a romantic affair with the muse. Some days the words will flow like a river, and on others it'll feel like you're trying to squeeze blood from a stone. But here's the thing, you have to show up. Whether you feel like it or not, that's the only way to make progress. It's also crucial to manage your expectations. Finishing your book won't happen overnight. It's a long-term commitment that could take months, even years. But don't let that discourage you. Remember, every word you write gets you one step closer to your goal. Now, let's talk about staying motivated. It's easy to lose steam when you're knee-deep in the writing process. That's why it's important to keep the why of your book alive. Revisit your purpose and your passion for the story you're telling. This will fuel your journey and keep you going when the going gets tough. Finally, don't forget to celebrate your small victories along the way. Finished a chapter? Give yourself a pat on the back. Overcame a tricky plot point? Take a moment to acknowledge your achievement. These little celebrations will keep your spirits high and your motivation strong. Remember, writing a book is a test of endurance. It's about pushing through the hard days, relishing the good ones, and keeping your eye on the prize. With grit and determination, you'll complete your manuscript. A bestseller isn't born, it's crafted through meticulous editing. Now that you've poured your heart and soul into your manuscript, it's time to polish it until it shines like a diamond. Editing is the process of refining your work, ensuring that your story flows smoothly, and that your ideas are communicated effectively. This step is as important as the writing itself, if not more so. Now let's dive into some tips for self-editing. Begin with a broad stroke and focus on the overall structure of your book. Ask yourself if the plot makes sense, if there's a logical progression of events, and if your characters are well developed. Once you're satisfied with the big picture, it's time to zoom in on the details. Pay close attention to your language. Are you using the right words to convey your thoughts? Is your tone consistent throughout the book? Are there any redundancies or unnecessary words that could be removed? Grammar and punctuation might seem trivial, but they play a crucial role in how your story is perceived. They are the unsung heroes that help your words flow seamlessly from one sentence to the next. So, don't forget to proofread your manuscript for any grammatical errors. But even the most eagle-eyed author can miss a few things. That's where a professional editor comes in handy. They provide a fresh perspective, spotting inconsistencies, plot holes, and awkward phrasings that you might have overlooked. Consider hiring a professional editor as an investment rather than an expense. They can help you elevate your book from good to great, ensuring that your narrative is tight, your prose is sparkling, and your characters are unforgettable. Remember, editing is not about making your work perfect. It's about making it better. It's about refining your story until it resonates with your readers, making them laugh, cry, and everything in between. So take your time with this step. Be patient with yourself and your work. It might be a long and arduous process, but trust me, it's worth it. It's through editing that your book truly comes to life. Writing a bestseller is only half the battle. You also have to sell it. The journey of your book doesn't end at the last full stop. Rather, that's where a new adventure begins, marketing it. Marketing is the invisible force that propels your book from the writer's desk to the reader's hands. It's the difference between a book gathering dust on a shelf and one flying off it. It's what makes a book a bestseller. What does effective marketing look like? It starts with building a platform. This is your stage, your soapbox, your megaphone. It's where you shout to the world, "Hey, I've written a book and it's fantastic." Your platform could be a blog, a podcast, a YouTube channel, or a combination of these. It could also be your social media profiles on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. The key is to choose a platform that aligns with your target audience. Next, you need to create buzz around your book. This could be done by sharing sneak peeks or behind-the-scenes tidbits of your writing journey. You could also create a book trailer or host a virtual launch party. The goal is to generate excitement and anticipation around your book. Third, consider collaborating with influencers or book reviewers. Their endorsement can boost your book's visibility and credibility. Remember, word of mouth is still one of the most powerful marketing tools. Finally, don't overlook the power of a well-crafted book description and an eye-catching cover design. These are the first things potential readers see and could be the difference between a book being picked up or passed over. Remember, marketing isn't a one-time event but a continuous process. It's about creating a relationship with your readers, engaging with them, and keeping them coming back for more. Marketing might seem daunting, but it's an essential part of the journey. It's what transforms a writer into an author, a book into a bestseller. With the right marketing strategy, your book could be the next big thing. Writing a bestseller might seem daunting, but it's completely achievable. And that, my friends, is the crux of our journey today. We've journeyed together through the process of creating a bestseller, and now that we've reached the conclusion, let's take a moment to recap the key points we've discussed. First off, we embarked on the path of idea generation. Remember, it all starts with an idea, a seed, a spark. This is the essence of your story, the heart of your narrative. It could be a character, a setting, a conflict, or a theme. The key is to let it grow, nurture it, feed it with your thoughts, experiences, and imagination. And always remember, there are no bad ideas, only ideas that need more time to mature. Next, we moved on to outlining your book. An outline is your roadmap, your blueprint. It navigates you through your story, ensuring that you don't get lost in your own creation. It doesn't have to be detailed, but it should provide you with a general direction. You can be as flexible or as rigid as you want with your outline, but remember, it's there to guide you, not constrain you. Then, we delved into the process of writing your book. Writing is where your idea takes shape, where it transforms from a concept into a narrative. It's a journey, sometimes smooth, sometimes bumpy. But remember, it's your journey. Own it. Embrace it. Savor it. Don't rush through it. Take your time, let your words flow, and remember, you're not just telling a story, you're creating an experience. After writing, we discussed the crucial step of editing your book. Editing is where your story gets polished, where it gets refined. It's where you weed out the inconsistencies, fix the grammar mistakes, and tighten your prose. It's a process of refinement, a process of making your story the best it can be. It might seem tedious, but remember, it's an essential part of writing a bestseller. Finally, we touched upon marketing your book. Marketing is how your book reaches your readers. It's how you build your audience, create buzz, and generate sales. It's a process of communication, of connecting with your readers. Remember, your book is a product, and like any product, it needs to be marketed effectively. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of our journey. We've discussed idea generation, outlining, writing, editing, and marketing. We've delved into the process of creating a bestseller. And now, it's up to you. You have the knowledge, you have the tools, you have the power. Now you have the knowledge and tools to write a bestseller. It's time to start writing.